I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we are gathering today, pay my respects to elders past and present, and extend that respect to other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Cowan Child and Family Support Agency is an Indigenous service located in southeast Queensland that aims at providing and facilitating access to doctors, allied health services, child protection initiatives, foster and kinship support and family support services. Cowan received funding in March this year for a new family wellbeing program that was to replace the family support service. This was a start in many discussions led by the community, Cowan and other stakeholders to recognise and identify the gaps in our service delivery. The outcome of such discussion resulted in not enough local programs or events that were seen in making a difference in cultural connections and the lack of engagement from the local community with Cowan as a service. With the Cultural Advisors Support and Management direction, I decided to hold an Indigenous art program as my soft entry approach. It had the main outcome as having families participate together in learning traditional techniques and stories behind Aboriginal art, participate in a therapeutic activity, learn more about the service and engage further with Cowan for future programs and or support. Cowan Family Wellbeing case manage a range of at-risk and vulnerable families and focus solely on early intervention and prevention alongside strength-based approaches and with the use of family-led decision-making. The importance of prevention and early intervention programs are well known and are aimed at providing support for a range of issues before they have negative and detrimental impacts on an individual and or family. Studies show evidence that the first years of a child's life, especially 0 to 5 years, and the stages of development are crucial in setting the foundation for a child's health and learning. As Vygotski's theory stressed the fundamental role in social interaction in a child's development, he believes strongly that community and culture play a central role in the process of cognitive function. Strengths-based approaches focus on what is working well and encourage families in crisis to identify their own strengths and how they have previously overcome those challenges in the past. Family-led decision-making is based on traditional values and decision-making processes where responsibility for growing kids is shared by the parents, extended family and the community, and guided ultimately by the wisdom and experience of elders. The soft entry event was aimed at increasing access to Cowan and families through the use of therapeutic cultural activity. It was held every Wednesday for 8 weeks. Throughout the 8 weeks, we saw a change in the amount of people in attendance each week, and there was noticeable amount of changed behaviour and interactions by the participants. Throughout the delivery of the program, it was clear that the art program gave the families the opportunity to open up emotionally, build trust and rapport, have open communication, meet new people, have a better understanding of Cowan and the support services people can access, learn about culture and participate in a fun activity with their children. Although the event had fulfilled its purpose, we did run into a few challenges. Transport was a major issue. Families just didn't have transport or were unable to access public transport due to financial issues. It is also a policy of Cowan staff to go out in pairs, so due to always having to go out together, we could only really transport 2 families a week, as there are only 4 family wellbeing workers. There are a few things I would do differently. I'd aim the event with families that had school-age children, as it was hard for the younger children to participate as they often become disinterested after 30 minutes, and with their shorter attention span was hard for them to concentrate. It also became a fun for them to start painting themselves in anything and everything they could get their hands on. This was not fun for staff during pack-up time. I found that each week saw different families attending, and we didn't formally do introductions except for the first week. I think I also speak for the rest of the staff when I saw that we definitely needed to focus more on transport for families so they have the opportunity to access these services and programs. What didn't work was just mailing out the flyers to home addresses. It wasn't enough to just do that. I think we needed to take the flyers out on a scheduled home visits and discuss the benefits with the family and why as a company we decided to hold this event. I also believe that the flyer would have been lost or thrown away, as it is known fact that the families we are working with have multiple issues and focus on the day-to-day and not the future. I believe the benefits of the art program gave staff the opportunity to meet with parents that work during the day, meet the children as they are usually in school when we conduct home visits, check in with families on a weekly basis, build rapport and respect, learn more about the Aboriginal culture. Families have the opportunity to learn about staff and Cowan services and be able to talk about what is happening in their lives in a non-threatening environment. So, in conclusion, the soft entry event gave me the opportunity to really connect and bond with the families in attendance and build a much needed rapport and respect from all parties. It allowed families to build on their knowledge and understanding of their culture and Aboriginal heritage, be able to socialise with others and sympathise with each other on their similarities in life. I do also believe that the families got a better understanding of the services Cowan provide and are happy to engage